Good evening. This is Kilo Charlie Niner Uniform Delta X-Ray. My name is Matt and I welcome you to the 2 a.m. net. The purpose of this net is to promote the use of amplitude modulation and also to establish this part of this band as a place for AM activity in this area. Everyone is invited to listen. Licensed amateurs who can do so legally are encouraged to check in. We listen in the AM mode and transmit in the AM mode where possible. If you cannot transmit in AM, we encourage you to listen in AM and to transmit in FM. If you are transmitting in FM, please adjust your transmit frequency a couple kcs above or below from our receive frequency. This facilitates the use of slope detection, that is, demodulating your FM signal with our AM receivers. When checking in, please announce your call sign in standard phonetics. Again, this is KC9UDX. My name is Matt, and I will now begin accepting check-ins. Any stations wishing to check in, please come now.
November 9, Lima Bravo November.
All right, got one so far, recognizing N9LBN. Mark, welcome to the net. You're kind of off in the weeds. I don't remember. I have to look back here to see what you were like in the past. I don't remember you being that far distant, but perfectly copyable, so nothing to worry about. Do we have anybody else? Come now, please.
Bravo 9, Bravo with me for pound.
All right, recognizing Dave, WB9BWP, welcome. Excuse me, welcome to the net. Do we have anybody else? Come now, please. Well, hearing none, we may have a short net here tonight. I don't normally do this, and I don't like doing it, but I would like to limit us to 2 go-arounds here tonight like we did last month. I mean, if it goes to 9:30 again like last month, so be it, but I am very low on sleep. I have been not getting good sleep lately, and I've got overtime all week. Today is the only day I have not worked 12 hours, so I am pretty well exhausted, and I would like to get to bed as early as I can here tonight. But I don't want to spoil the net. And of course, things that have happened since last month. We are on daylight savings time now. Daylight wasting time is now canceled. I believe, unless I missed it already, the Wisconsin QSO party is coming up here this weekend. I highly doubt I will be participating. And I was in Wisconsin Dells last month. I totally neglected to go to Radio Shack. I said here on the net I would do that and make sure it's still Radio Shack. And I did drive by and didn't look like there was anything different there, but I did not go in and did not spend anything there, which not good. Other than that, we've got severe weather. Severe thunderstorm watch. I did not get a chance to study the radar, but the one quick look that I had looked like it was pretty severe to the south of us, all along the border of Illinois. And that may get here in an hour or two, I don't know. But I do hear the lightning on the radio. And with that, we'll go first to Mark N9LBN from KC9UDX.
All right. Well, I forgot to mention when I checked in that it's going to be test monitoring only, just a second. And I'm in the middle of something else that I forgot I had to do, and I can't do both at once, so I'm just going to be monitoring. So if it's a short net, that's okay by me. So back to you. This is N9LBN.
All right, thank you, Mark. Well, I'm glad you checked in anyway. And if we're still here and you get an opportunity to check back in, that's fine too. And otherwise, I'll say 7-3 to you. But like I said, you're welcome to come back if you can. And next we'll go to Dave excuse me, Dave WB9BWP. It's your turn from KC9UDX. Can you do that?
Okay. I don't know how long I was going to stay either. Mainly due to weather. We had some stuff go through here, I don't know, about 15 minutes ago or so. It was a lot of thunder. I don't know if there was lightning with it. A bit of rain. Gauge says only 0.06. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. No, you did not miss the Kyoto party. That is this weekend, along with Jefferson Hamfest, both on Sunday. And let's see. And then MRIT meeting next week, next Saturday. They say the program will be talking about field day. We're going to do field day at Greenfield Park this year. I have my opinions about the county park type field days. They've been in Waukesha County for the last couple of years, and then coming in Milwaukee. In all of them, no stakes in the ground, no overnight. I don't know, it seems to be just a parts on the air thing and not really a big field day operation. But that's me. What else? Oh, and CCWTX is the weekend after that, so that's 2 weeks away. That's a contest where everybody looks at everybody because the prefixes are the most players. It was the ARLDX contest last weekend. I did just a couple of hours. I got somewhere like 85, 89 contacts, something like that. Just because I never am able to get up early, so they do 10 and 15 when they're at their prime. Other than that, around here, I guess nothing in particular. I am on yet another round of physical therapy for various body parts. This one is for, because of my back issues, I had a situation about a year and a half ago that screwed up the nerves heading down to my right foot. And so I cannot walk like I've been in the bar all night. And my balance is kind of messed up. So anyway, they're playing with me on that. Lydia's going to cut out here in a second. Stand by. I'm moving around the room here. Other than cleaning things up, I haven't worked on anything. That's the reason I'm cleaning things up, because there's actually stuff on the bench that I almost couldn't see anymore. And, well, I guess in lieu of trying to make something up, I'll send it back to that. This is WG9BWP.
All right, thank you, Dave. Fine business. Yeah, I guess I agree with you about field day. Trying to think. I don't think I've ever been to one at that park. There was one at a Milwaukee County Park, and I don't remember which one it was. But I guess that was okay. There was a lot of people, but for setting up an actual serious field day operation, yeah, I agree. That doesn't sound like a good idea. And I don't know if our power is flickering here, or if I just have a couple of bad light bulbs. That's interesting. So we may we may be off the air here sooner than later. And You know, I came down here tonight, and it just really bothers me that I don't get to spend any time on this stuff. I really would like to put my antenna back up outside, and I really need to clean up this room. I have ideas about how to do it, but it's never going to get done because I don't have time to do it. Anyway, we are at the bottom of the list. Do we have any more check-ins for the 2 a.m. net? Come now, please.
This is, amongst the static crashes, storm coming. N9FSE, November 9 Foxtrot Sierra Echo, over.
All right, recognizing N9FSE, Steve, welcome to the net. Do we have anybody else? Come now, please. All right, hearing none, but a little bit of lightning. Well, Steve, I announced at the beginning of the net we're only going to go 2 rounds here, so this is the first round yet. I'll send it to you, N9FSE from KC9UDX.
Please report, mice free. I probably have to stick my head out the door here every so often if it looks like I'm just about to load up a radar on the phone, but if it looks really bad, I may have to bug out quickly myself and look out for anything that Thor is shooting around here. It's quite the situation in northern Illinois, especially around Kankakee. They call it Pontiac or something. They also got some other separate issue. They got just before 6, they had some sort of hazmat issue at the Byron nuclear plant, so I don't know. Says it's a chemical thing, but it doesn't say what the deal was on that. I got Dave at 30 over, you Matt at 30 over, and I don't know, just got things turned on and set up here a little tardy because I was keeping an eye on the weather back at the shop. And if I feel some tingling or something, I'm going to drop the mic, like I say, and run fast. So I'll probably hear my ears echo once the lightning bolt crashes. That's all I have at this current time. We were supposed to ski Saturday. Actually, before I turn back, we were supposed to ski Saturday, but that didn't happen. They closed, and then they opened on Sunday, and I didn't go skiing. But we're getting a little bit more left in my season, but I'm going to have to go some distance to see some snow. With that, back up to net for this another wild weather 2 a.m. net. N9FSE, over.
All right, thank you, Steve. Fine business. Yeah, I can't get I just got it to load. But it's a view that doesn't really show much. It does look bad, but I can't tell how far north it is on this page here. But that's interesting. Hazmat situation at a nuclear power plant. I would suspect that's even a big problem, but I don't know. And I only had the chance to go cross-country skiing 1 time this year, which is pretty pathetic. I think I maybe went twice last year. You know, in the past I could go all the time. Now I can't ever go anymore. I got a suspicion we're not going to get too much more snow. But of course our days of cold weather certainly aren't over yet. Cold weather and salt. I fully expect they're going to salt here again this week, at least 1 more time. That's really getting out of hand. There is so much salt embedded in the roads and saturated into the sides of the roads. The only good thing that could come of that is, and unfortunately this won't happen, but maybe some of those flock camera poles will rust. Anyway, we are yet at the bottom of the list. Do we have any more check-ins? Come now, please. Well, hearing none, we're going to go back to the top of our very short list, and this will be the 7-3 round. And if the weather gets bad, we're probably better off for it. So, Dave, it's your turn on the 7-3 round, WB9BWP from KC9UDX. Of course, don't think you have to be quick, but go ahead.
Okay, well, welcome to Steve. Let me greet everybody. Everybody's coming in real good tonight. I don't know if that's weather or not. But anyway, Waukesha the signals are quite loud. Anyhow, yeah, I don't know. I ran out of stuff last time, so I don't know if there's much to chime in here. But a survey that might have been asked, we did, let's see, what years was that? It was like from 2011 to 2014. We were at Conkle Park, which was on 65th and Layton. Which I think is, I'm not sure if it's a Milwaukee County Park or if it's a Greenfield City Park. We left there, we kind of had free reign there, but they kept wanting to develop more of the area instead of having just a big flat grass area. They put in a farmer's market and a stage and things. We kind of got squeezed out. There was no room left for us. That's when we went over to MAPC South. And, well, let's just say that there was a person that really didn't like going there, and so that's why we got to, I think I hear thunder again. So, this is 73 rounds. I do have an indoor antenna, but it's not hooked to this radio. It's hooked to the FM only radio for situations, bad weather and stuff. Anyhow, 73 to everybody. Glad can hear any of this. This is WP9, BWP.
All right, thank you, Dave. We'll say 7-3 to you. And hopefully you don't need that FM-only radio. I don't have anything like that in here anymore. I used to. All that stuff is gone. I've got a couple of dead VHF and UHF radios. I got a 220 and a 70 centimeter one above me here. They're deader than dead. And I am surrounded by dead handhelds. At least I thought I was. They're here somewhere. Whole bunch of Radio Shack stuff that doesn't work anymore. It's all too old. Anyway, I think you're right. It probably was Conkle Park. Although I don't actually remember. It hasn't been that long, but I don't know. My memory is not so good these days. So anyway, next we'll go to Steve and 9FSE. It's your turn on the 7-3 round from KC9UDX.
I'm glad this radio works yet, Matt, and it's good to hear you out here. Good to hear Dave out here, too. I didn't make any noise on West Side tonight. Just focusing on the weather. Sent the weather notice instead of my crew up in Washington County down to the happy hour unnet reflector on email and gave them the convective report that was early on on the top. I put the thunderstorm watch that we're under. I believe it's 35 is the number for that. And we had updates on 38. Dave, our weather guy in 9DEG, was out there and mentioned the Janesville, and I see that on the radar. And the radar here is, of course, just always a little tardy. There was a lot of lightning to see in the sky before. Low ceiling. I thought the top
beacon was out here, but it's just low ceiling. And a lot of moisture in the air, especially before I left the shop in West Dallas. So that's our current situation here. When I stuck my head out the door, I didn't see as many lightning strikes, but I'm sure once some stuff gets closer, we'll see more. And I remember Conkle Park. I do remember going to also to most of the ones over at the MATC. I thought that was a pretty good location as well. Wonder who didn't care for it. Were they a member is my question, but oh well, hardly matters. Still, just like with the QSO party coming up Sunday, see if I can join the crew at the 38 crew up at the remote site there, and that's always usually a good time up there. See how the car does. Hopefully it does all right. I just at lunchtime changed a few filters, the cabin air filter and the motor filter, because went to the quickie lube, and I always said, "Oh yeah, I'll take care of that." And here was the second one, and it was probably a good thing to do on both of them there. So I'm all out of steam myself, other than watching the weather. Look forward to joining everybody again next month, where the calendars will finally land a little different. I don't know. I haven't looked that one up yet, but hopefully I can make that too. I had invited my usual co-host in I-90 out here, cohort I probably should call him, but he just declined also due to the situation and told me to watch it, so I probably should wrap it up and unplug things before lightning gets too close to metal objects under a tower here. And yeah, I should go home and get the power back on the My 220 rig. So that wraps up all the high points of all the topics I got. There's also the Swap Fest at Jefferson, but I think that usually is QSO parties usually a week before, because it's usually when time changes. So it's landed right on the same date. I think they're gonna have a bit of competition, and it's my thoughts, but we'll see what happens if I make it, where I make it, when I make it, and what I hear. With that, back to net. Everybody stay safe out there. 73 on the 73 round from N9FSA on the 2 a.m. net. Over.
All right, thank you, Steve. Yeah, I haven't been to that Hamfest in a long time, but I thought it was earlier in the year. Maybe it was just a week earlier or something. Maybe the QSO party was a week different. I don't know. But I know I don't remember them being on the same day. And that's a shame. That's not a good thing. Attendance at that Hamfest will be low, I would expect. And I unfortunately will probably not be able to go. I kind of wanted to go this year, but I don't think that's going to happen. Too much other stuff going on here. And that brings us to the end of the net here. And looking at the radar, probably a good thing. But I will say, feel free to rag through on this frequency after my transmission. We will meet again on the 14th of April. Again, this is KC9UDX73, and good night.